Okay, hello, I'm Charlie with Out of the Blue Travelers, and I want to share some upgrading that we have done to our rig. One of the first things that we did when we bought this rig, we got all the things that we thought we wanted, and still there are things that we need. So here is one of the things that we upgraded. I'll show you what this is right now. Okay, so this is called the 2-bucket dish. This is a DirecTV dish, and to get it stabilized, I needed to put some weight on this table so that it wouldn't move in the wind. Just even a small wind breeze can shake this thing and make it not get the signal really well. So what I did, I was over at Lowe's, and I thought, I'll get some sandbags and put some sandbags on here, but background noise. But I didn't want to use all that weight, you know, added to the rig, like 100 extra pounds. So I got to thinking, wait a minute, a gallon of water is 8.3 pounds. So I bought me 2 5-gallon buckets. I filled it with 10 gallons of water. That's 83 pounds that I've got sitting on this table. I think that'll help keep this dish totally stable for us while we're sitting here temporarily. Okay, just a little more about this. This is our DirecTV dish, and typically they have these mounted either up on the roof, which cost more than $1,000 for that system to put it up on the roof. Well, I wasn't going to pay that, so we got this for free, and I put it on a table that I got from Walmart. And this is just a fold down table, so this will be easy to store when we get ready to move. And then I got just a piece of plywood and a 2x6, and I mounted it on that. And I have these 6 brackets that I put on there to hold this down to the table. And a technician came out and aligned the dish for us, so we have great TV reception now. And it's temporary until we get ready to move again. But this is how we set it up. I screwed everything together. Nothing is attached to this table. This is just attached to the wood. And as you can see, everything here, there's a couple, 2 or 3 screws I gotta take out, and I can take this whole dish apart and put it underneath and store it until we get to our next location. And then here's my 2 water buckets. So the combined weight of these 2 water buckets is about 83 pounds, 84 pounds. And so that helps hold this table in place so it doesn't move. And that was my solution to get this dish to work. Now, not only do we have DirecTV, but we also have our Wally. And this is the Wally. The one thing that's nice about the Wally is it's all portable. You don't have to do all that table stuff. This little guy folds down. I have a bag that I can put Wally in, and he works great. It's called the Dish Tailgater Pro is what I've got here. And this just comes off of this. And I just have it kind of tied down with one of those bungee cords. That works great. Just holds it in place. And you know, people say, well, why do you have both? Why do you have both the Dish TV and the DirecTV? So we got the dish. There's the dish, and there's the DirecTV. Well, we had the DirecTV in Kansas City, and there was a contract on it. So a certain amount of time you have to keep it, or you'll get charged like $600 if you break the contract. So we decided to keep it and use it on the road. We had a little difficulty at first getting it to work, so we went out and we bought this one. Actually, we got this one when we the Wally. We got this dish TV when we bought the rig. It came with it. So that's kind of how we ended up with both of these. This one here came from Kansas City, and so that's how we have both. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you that of how I put it together, and there we go. What do you think? Good idea? Thank you. Now, on to the next one. Hi. So this is our next part, is our upgrade of our drinking water. Now, I know a lot of you out there, when you're in RV parks, you hook up to the water, and that's the water you use to shower with, and that's the water you use to wash your dishes with, and that's the water you use to flush your toilets with. But you also drink that water. And that water is out of the spigot from the RV park. And you don't know what kind of water that is. You don't know how good a water it is, if it's filtered. Usually it's not good water. Usually it's water that is maybe out of a well. Could be well water. And yes, maybe you do have some filters on your rig. And maybe the salesman who sold you those filters said, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to take all the impurities out of the system, out of your water. Well, it doesn't do all of it. So you got to have a way around that. Now, washing your clothes with it, or washing your body, or washing your dishes with that kind of water is probably not going to hurt a thing. But having it in your ice maker, or drinking it, or cooking with it is probably not the best thing in the world. So we have a solution for that. And I would love to tell you that this was my great idea, you know, big light bulb idea. It's not. I stole it from an RV company who put it in their rigs, and I thought it was a great idea. And I tried to go to that company to buy the system to put in ours, and they wanted like $300 and some odd for that system, which I thought was ridiculous. So I did some research, and I found the same type of system. Actually, I'm going to probably improve on what they did in our system for a fraction of the cost. So this is the first thing I found. And this took me all of, what, 5 minutes of searching on eBay? Here it is. Bottled water dispensing system. Bottled water dispensing system. Imagine that. It's already out there. It has a pump with it. It has the bottle, the little stem that goes down in the bottle, the cap. Has everything you need. It even comes with tubing. What else could you ask for? Awesome. What else could you ask for? You ask yourself? How about 2 bottles? So that's what we bought. We have the 2-bottle system. So we're going to have 10 gallons of this absolutely wonderful tasting, pure drinking water that we're going to have on our rig. I'm going to go through and show you how to do it and how we put this in. Great idea. Thank you so much, Jayco. Did I say that out loud? Jayco was the one who I saw this from, and then I stole this idea from. They have a patent pending on it. Apparently they can't get it to stick yet. So in the meantime, here you go. You can do this. And guess how much this costs? Take a guess. Wild guess. Go ahead. Guess. Guess. $150. $99.99. How about $39.99 for this system? Isn't that awesome? Now I had to go out and buy some fittings, which cost another $10 or something like that. And we had to go out and buy these bottles. Bottles aren't cheap. They're $13 a piece. I'm going to put this together for you and show you how it works. All right? Thank you for watching. And be sure you subscribe to our channel. We have a lot more videos coming up, and I'll get to those in just a little bit. Let's get this done first. Okay, so I'm going to show you all the parts and everything that came with this box. So here's everything that came out. Look at the size of this pump. Now, when you pick this thing up, that weighs a good 1.5 pounds or so. That's a heavy-duty pump. Look at the size of it. That's the water pump that comes with this. And the tubing is extra big tubing that's going to suck the water out of these bottles. These are the two bottles that it'll be sucking out of. And then this is the tubing that comes with it. And then I bought extra tubing because we got to go underneath the rig to where the connection is for the refrigerator. And I've had to buy this separate. And you can imagine this is going to go like right here next to the little sink. And you can imagine, you know, how much something like this would cost. No, it's not that expensive. I think I told you on my introduction that I spent about $40 total. I think it was a little bit more than that. It was $40 for this system. And then this was an extra $14. So that's $54. And then the two bottles, here's the bottles we're going to put them in. And that was another $24. So that's 54, that's 64, 74, $78. And then I spent about another $11 on this. So, you know, maybe $85 altogether for everything. That's still a whole lot better than that $300 some that dude was trying to sell me for. Okay, so this is where we're going to put it. Now, I do realize that not everybody has space underneath their sink. We have a big island, so this island is pretty good size, so it gives us space. And that little bar, that little thing right there on the side, that is for these things, the covers for the sinks. That's the rack that carries them. I'm going to take that out temporarily, and then I'm going to try to find a place to put it back in after we get the bottles in there. My plan is, as you can see, the hole there for the drainage, I'm going to cut out the floor of this. I mean, I can set them on top of that platform, but I just got a sneaky feeling that 80 pounds of weight sitting on top of that isn't going to do really well when this rig is moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a hole in the floor the size of the bottle, this dimension, in the floor, and then it's going to sit down on the hardwood floor, on the regular floor here. It'll sit on that, and then that way it'll be nice and secure, and it won't move around. It'll be nice and secure. It doesn't matter if the bottles are full or half empty. When we go on the road, we don't have to worry about it. They'll be fine. Okay, so that's the plan. And I'm going to start by taking that bracket out first, and then we'll do some measuring and getting my saw ready to go. I use a jigsaw to cut the floor out of that so we can put these bottles down in there. All right, and then we'll cut the hole up here on top, and we'll put our faucet in. And it shouldn't take too awful long, but my wife's going to do some filming here, Stephanie. Yay! And she went over there, back to the couch, laid down again. Anyway, all right, so here we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to take these doors off, just because I don't want them to be in my way, and I don't want to hurt them and break them. So I'm going to take both of these doors off. They'll give me more access room to get in and out of there. All right, so that's the first thing we're going to do.
This is the famous Honeydoosaurus. Entirely frustrated with his small workspace. Can't even tell you what he's doing, but it's not making him happy. Hi, Honeydoosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I take a pic while your head's out of there? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this mounted to the floor. I'm trying to put a screw in back there, and it's not going in well.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a happy camper.
All right, more later when happiness returns.
Now it's time to pop one of these bottles and see if I can actually tap one of these bad boys. never taken one of these lids off before, so I'm going to read the instructions. It says pull. Why is she laughing?
Oh, looky there.
Now what? What was the point of doing that?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh. Shoot.
There went water everywhere.
At least it's water.
They said to be careful of overfill on these things. Not very flat on the bottom, is it? Do we have a towel we can dry this puppy off before I stick it in there? Now we have one last thing to do, and that's that mess.
The electrical.
The electrical. Now, as you notice, I don't have them drilled into the floor. I was going to cut that base of that out and set them on the floor, but I found out that this board underneath there, that's a piece of plywood. It's I believe 5/8. I think it's either 5/8 or 3/4 inch thick, so it's pretty sturdy. And underneath that, because I did take it out to look, and underneath it was a venting. There's a heater duct vent underneath there, so there was no way I could do it anyway. So, but it works. I think it's going to work out just perfect. The only thing that I think I'm going to add to what I've got here is right down there on the bottom. I'm going to put a little piece of wood about yay wide by that, maybe by a 1x1, right there on the floor, and that'll keep them from sliding when we get the rig moving. And that's it. All done. The frustrating portion, I'll turn this around.
Look, that beautiful faucet is in place with dirty dishes in the sink. Yay!
So here we go. How does that look? Doesn't that just look cool? That is, to me, that is really nice. I think it turned out really, really well. And I'm going to set this down for a second. And I'll show you how well this works. All right. Watch this. Now, if you can tell, the only thing... Okay, so I have finished the project, and I got everything working. And I do apologize that you're not going to get to see some of the things that I did. Only because it was very frustrating to me, and I just didn't want you to see my frustration. But I have it all done now, and it works perfectly. There are a couple things about it that are a little bit different than I expected. One of the things that I don't have done yet is I don't have the refrigerator ice maker hooked up yet. That's a lot longer project. I have to fish a hose from the sink in the kitchen all the way back to underneath the rig to where the water is connected to the ice maker. So yeah, that's for another day. Well, that's the end of everything I'm going to show you today. The only other thing I've got going on next is doing the line underneath the rig. And I will get to that, and I will get you an update on how that worked and get my ice maker working, you know, off of this wonderful water. And man, it tastes awesome. Absolutely awesome. I don't know if you hang around on my channel very long, you'll see that we did another upgrade. And this is, there's a video coming out for this. And this is the area over here that we upgraded. This is my desk, my wife's new office space. And we took our table that was here, we took it out, and we put this desk in. I bought this desk at IKEA. And, you know, the cost of it at IKEA it's about $85 for both desks. It really wasn't that expensive. I built these desks. I have a video that's coming out showing you how I put this stuff together and how I got everything to fit just perfect in here. And this is Stephanie's workbench now, and it works great. And speaking of Stephanie, there she is sneaking back in after she let the puppy out. Well, anyway, we thank you very much for watching our channel. And we definitely thank you for subscribing to our channel if you already have. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. We've got a lot of interesting videos that we're going to bring out. We're not really consistent, so definitely hit the bell. Because what the bell will do, the bell will just tell you the next time we have a video out. That way you don't have to keep looking. Anyway, we thank you again. And good night, and we'll see you out there.